Hey guys, it's Erica again from Nurses Rising, formerly known as Nurses Rock Network. This is video number 2 out of 5, and I am coming to you to share 5 of the top things I wish I had learned or that I knew when I first got my legal nurse consulting practice started. And as I mentioned in the first video, I started my practice about 10 years ago, and it was a hard road the first 1 to 2 years, and I made a lot of mistakes and lost a lot of time, lost a lot of money. I developed a whole bunch of stress, and all kinds of things came with it. And this is the reason why I put out videos such as this and do webinars like the one that we're going to be doing soon. This is why I developed the Biz School for Nurses, why I developed Nurses Rising, is so that I can help empower nurses like you and me to rise up to another level of your amazing power and skill and experience, and to help nurses understand that even though you are a nurse, you can build a business. You can do whatever your heart and your mind feels is meant for you in this world. And so my mission is to help nurses bring clarity to their vision and to bring insights and tools and education and knowledge in regards to business building, so that you can create a better life personally for you and your family, and a better business and career for yourself. So today I want to talk to you about one of my other top things I wish I learned and had or done when I first got started. And I have it written down, and this comes from a true place. I thought about it, and there are more than 5 things I wish I'd learned. But thinking of the top 5 that really weighed heavy on me and really caused my business to slow down, or really made me think about giving up, or that caused me to have to stop my legal nurse consulting pursuit and go back to nursing full-time and start all over again. For me, trying to start my legal nurse consulting business, I found it difficult to figure out, how do I create a brand? What is a brand when it comes to legal nurse consultant? You know, I've been a nurse for X amount of years. This is what I know. My branding comes with the hospital that I work at or the surgical center that I work at. But I felt when I was trying to put things together to share with prospects, I felt like I was an imitation. I felt like it was duct taped together, you know, different colors, different pieces, different messages, different benefits, different, I don't know, it just was, nothing was cohesive. Everything was just bits and pieces, and I didn't have any money. So some stuff I would do myself, and some stuff I would hire somebody who didn't have a lot of, they had experience, but they were not top-notch professionals at it. And things just didn't mesh well. And so when I first got started, you know, I did my business cards myself, and when I found one of my business cards recently, and I compared it to my new business card, and I had a moment of shame, like, girl, I can't believe you put that out to the public. But then I tempered myself and thought, okay, this is a sign of growth, because the business card I have now, I love it, and I get comments on it, and I get feedback from it, and people reach out to me, so I know they're effective, and I know I have grown from when I first got started. So the reason I shared this with you, how to create an effective brand, that being one of my top things I wish I knew. Effective branding, I'm going to read you a description from entrepreneur.com. So I'm reading this now, and the definition is, it's the marketing practice of creating a name, a symbol, or design that identifies and differentiates a product from other products. An effective brand strategy gives you a major edge in increasingly competitive markets. Okay, beautiful. That's like the, you know, beautiful definition. I want to share with you just a little bit different, because I know we come from the same place and we are so like-minded. A brand basically is to express who you are as a business, as a nurse, as an expert in the industry, with cohesiveness. and not just with cohesiveness, but with excellence and professionalism. So when you talk about you're ready to do your business cards, and you might already have your business cards, you might have been in business for 5 years already, but you may need to go back and look at everything. Is everything cohesive, and are you reaching out to prospects in a very comprehensive and exceptional way? So when it comes to all of your marketing material and your websites, the things that you say, what they call your brand message, is it all one, is it benefiting your ideal customer? Again, this goes back to the ideal customer. I know a lot of people feel, or nurses and legal nurse consultants, they feel they already know who their ideal customer is. And we can market to, to a lot of attorneys, and we can market to a lot of insurance companies. We can market to defense attorneys. We can market to plaintiff attorneys. We can market to med-mal, personal injury, all kinds of areas that we can do. But as I had said before, it's really important with your branding that you know who your customer is. One, you also have to really dig deep and know who you are. What do you stand for? So it's two pieces. It's your client and it's also you. And you have to put this together, and you have to put it together in a very cohesive way that is professional, as top-notch as possible, and you want to produce quality work in everything that you do. So whether it's your website and your business cards, your brochures, if you're exhibiting and you have your banners and your table and all these different things, whatever it is that you're going to do, and we'll talk about that more as the time goes by, all those little pieces to perfect your brand. But you want people to be able to recognize you through your value and your authenticity, as well as the cohesiveness of your colors and your logo. Or if you have a little pitch for Nurses Rising, I thought long and hard, what does Nurses Rising mean to me? What do I want nurses to understand about my business that stands for who I am and what I believe and what I want to provide nurses? And my thing came to mind was, from the clinical floor to entrepreneur. I want to help nurses go from the clinical floor to becoming a successful entrepreneur. So even when you're coming up with your tagline, come up with something that's, yes, short and sweet, but you have to be very specific about what you produce and what you put out, so that it all resonates with your value, with your authenticity, with your experience, and then who you are reaching out to. So look, I know this is a lot of information, but a lot of times I've come up with nurses, I've worked with nurses that have been doing this for years, and they never really had that brand value that was accentuating their business. And if someone heard of them, they really weren't. If an attorney, for instance, heard of a legal nurse consultant, it's not always, oh yeah, I remember at an exhibit, you had the purple colors, and you had, not that an attorney's gonna think about your colors, but when somebody sees something over and over and over, which is your ultimate goal, is to let them see your presence and be available and in their face, honestly, yes, annoyingly, maybe like me, but over and over and over. My dad used to always tell me, and you've heard it, guys, over and over, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And it's true, but a sloppy squeaky wheel may not get the oil, right? So if you have a car that you love, and it's like this fancy pants car, and you invested so much money in it, and that wheel starts to squeak, you're gonna attend to it right away. If you have a car that you never really take care of, you don't get it fixed often, and you just like run it into the ground, and the wheel starts squeaking, well, it's gonna sound like everything else, and you're not gonna give it a lot of attention, right? You might not do it right away because you're like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? So it's the same concept, where if you are showing an exceptional brand message people are going to remember that, and they're going to remember what you stand for, and that's going to make a difference in the back of their mind once they start seeing you over and over and over. This is something that you need to take time away today and start thinking about your brand and your brand message, what you stand for, and what are you putting out in your materials, your marketing, your promotional items. What are you putting out on your website? Is everything cohesive? Is your brand message the same throughout? What is your pitch? What are you trying to share with your prospects? What value do you bring to them? So hopefully you'll be able to spend some time thinking about these things, writing it down, looking over the stuff that you have now, and answering the question, am I answering these questions with excellence and professionalism and cohesiveness? If not, I need to rework this. And if you're just getting started, good for you, because this is a great place to start. I promise you, you will save yourself so much drama by doing this in the early portions of your business building. Okay guys, well, thanks for spending this time with me. I'm gonna see you because I have a couple more videos for you. So I'll see you soon on the next video.